Today we are going to watch and analyze my arrest by Officer Crowder of the Leavenworth Police Department on October 28, 2019. My ex-wife claimed I was sending her anonymous text messages threatening to kill our son. At the time, we were in the middle of a custody battle. She was fighting for sole custody while I was simply asking for shared custody. Let's start the video.
I'll just start, and you just read, so we can both get on our way.
Sure.
I don't know if you read the one from this weekend, too.
I looked up a little bit where he wouldn't bring the kid back.
Oh, yeah, but then there's more.
Okay.
But these ones you can't prove that.
So he have the child now, or?
No, he doesn't. He's at school right now. I didn't want to do this in front of my kid and be like, hi, your dad said that he's going to fucking kill both of you. But this weekend is his weekend. I don't know why he's telling me to fire my lawyer, because all of a sudden he has a different lawyer, so I don't know if his lawyer dropped him or if he fired him.
Okay. So, with him threatening to obviously not bring the child back to you, I will contact your attorney and see what we can do about getting his privileges of having this weekend held, because obviously...
We have court on Wednesday.
Okay.
Not only did I never threaten to keep our son, but the court hearing on Wednesday was scheduled because I filed a contempt of court motion against Kerrilyn for refusing to follow the custody order. She repeatedly picked up our son from daycare during my parenting time. It is very convenient that she suddenly received these anonymous messages just days before that hearing. This officer has no right interfering in what is clearly a civil dispute.
I would definitely bring that up.
Yeah, because I don't really feel comfortable with him having my kid because of the fact that he's taking both of them, right? Or am I reading wrong?
You'll be the only member of the Force family left.
And then saying that I'm going to have to make the arrangements.
Yeah.
And all that other crap.
With all of our stuff. Yeah, that sounds kind of weird.
Just kind of weird.
Well, definitely weird.
Like I said, I don't know what the hell I have to do with these two fucking
Did you put your child on the protection order yet?
No, because I have to have two instances, or else, the judge won't. Have you seen one? I can show you.
For
When you apply for it, you have to show two instances of it happening, of them threatening or doing whatever, for them to
I would just think with
Look at how Kerrilyn uses her knowledge of Kansas laws on protection orders. In our 10 years of marriage, she never once called the police or sought a protection order. Yet after our separation, she repeatedly tried to obtain one for herself and our son. Her goal is clear. If she can secure a protection order for our son, I would be legally barred from seeing him, which would give her the upper hand in family court. Protection orders are often misused in custody disputes, and this is just another example of that abuse.
all of the times that you've had to call and make a report that they would accept that.
they're saying that, like,
They can't prove that it's him.
right, pretty much.
See, doesn't have the send a text receipt that the other
No,
ones have had.
Right. Okay. So then he's been starting to use Google Voice numbers. These are the ones that he's been sending to me all fucking weekend. You guys already have all of these. saying he has an employee at Munson Army Health Center where I work, and saying that he's going to use unauthorized use of government email to send nudes and videos of me and him together.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So, they're treating it like an insider threat, blah, 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 because he's saying that he has personnel information on this other shit, because he's a fucking psycho.
And have you been in touch with his captain?
First of all, fuck that dude, because he hasn't done shit. He doesn't care.
That's correct. Kerrilyn was calling my boss on a daily basis, making complaints in an attempt to have me lose my job because of the custody dispute. If I were to call her workplace every day, it would immediately be labeled harassment. Yet when she does it, it is ignored, condoned, and even encouraged by the police.
When you talked to him, what did he say?
It was basically that they were going to try to get him medically discharged, but that they weren't going to do any type of charges against him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's pretty much what's going on. I've been in touch with the family advocacy victim advocate, because this is like domestic violence, you know?
So, by reading this, I can see how I would take it, but and I know it's a silly question, but we kind of already alluded it to. What did you think when you read this?
That he's crazy.
Okay, and what do you think that he's going to do with him and your son?
With my son?
Yeah.
I mean, he's saying that he's going to kill him.
Okay. I just had to make sure that's how you took that. I know
He
it
said
sounds
that
like...
he said that I was going to be the only one left of the family, that I was going to have to make arrangements, and that he had already been giving away and doing shit. He's crazy.
I just have to...
This has to be the worst acting I have ever seen. You claim that your soon-to-be ex-husband sent you a text saying he was going to kill your son, yet you don't look scared or worried. Instead, you act irritated and dismissive, as if the entire situation is nothing more than an inconvenience.
ask you so I could put it in my report that way.
Yes.
I saw that he got his realtor to message you.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and his title company emailed me at my government email at work.
Yes, my realtor and title company sent her an email because I was buying a house. Since we were still legally married, she needed to sign paperwork stating she had no interest in the property. Only someone acting irrationally would try to twist that into stalking or harassment. Because she refused to sign, I was unable to purchase the home.
He's saying that I set him up because he asked one of my friends if he could have Bentley when it wasn't his parenting time, and she said call the daycare and ask them if you can pick him up. But apparently, and then when I caught him at the daycare, I called the cops. I was like, what the fuck? He's here. I don't know why, because she didn't tell me that she spoke to him.
I did go to the daycare to pick up our son, because her friend texted me asking if I could get him that day. When I arrived, she was waiting around the corner and walked into the daycare right after me. As soon as I saw her, I left immediately. This was nothing more than a setup designed to have me arrested. Even the police on base refused to act on it.
I didn't know anything. Yeah. And so then now he's taking me back to court saying that I set up all this shit. I don't have to do anything to you, motherfucker. You do it yourself.
Yep. What's Bentley's date of birth?
4/23/2012. Do you want a social?
Yeah, if you...
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else was putting
I'm gonna
this
go into
stuff.
my bedroom,
Oh, you're
into my
fine.
lockbox to get his social security card. I know that you get here because some people be crazy.
And then, again, I know this sounds like a stupid question, but I have to ask it, go to my report. Do you feel like he would hurt Bentley?
Honestly, at this point, yeah.
Okay. So do you believe that what he's alluding to in those text messages, that he would actually do it?
Saying it.
Okay. And what school is Bentley going to?
Bradley Elementary. Elementary, they have all of the court documents. They already know that Alice is not allowed to pick him up because it will not be his parenting time. He's already tried to pick him up from school before.
Okay. And what's your guys' normal plan for him being picked up on Friday?
So, it used to be that he picked him up from the daycare and my friend would get him from him when his parenting time was over because of the protective order, we can't be around each other or whatever, and he refuses to do CASA. But my friend is like, fuck this dude, he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's coming for her. He's doing all kinds of stupid, crazy shit. And she was like, no, fuck that. So that's why he said, she blocked him on Facebook, he doesn't have her number, you know, whatever. And that's why he said that his friend was supposed to drop him off that other night. But Bentley told me, I took a video of him telling me, he told me that Daddy told him that his friend that was supposed to come get him,
This is the most disgusting part of the entire situation. It's not just about coming after my job, trying to have me thrown in prison, or even taking a father away from his son. What's truly disgusting is the way she manipulated and used our son for that purpose. He told me himself that his mother made him say things while she recorded it. In the video, you can see how uncomfortable he is and how obvious it is that he was coached and forced into saying those things.
So, I know that it's a lot of things that you have to go through. I think that, especially if you guys have court on Wednesday, that the best thing for you to do is to change your number like we talked about before, and then basically tell the judge, show him this and say, I'm not comfortable doing anything besides supervised visits at CASA if you're still not wanting to put Bentley on the protection order. Because the only way that I think he's going to be able to stop messaging and harassing you is for you to change your number and him not to know it. And I know that causes a lot of problems, but I'm
just saying that it doesn't matter because he's going to find it out anyway.
I mean, it depends who you're giving it to, because a lot of times I know
the
CASA,
daycare, the school, anything for his medical, because he is the sponsor and he's on all those household accounts, he's going to get it. And what's to say that, a staff member that doesn't know what the fuck's going on isn't going to give it to him?
Yeah, I still think it's worth a try.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you can explain these to these people that he's not allowed to have contact with you.
So then what do I do once I change it? Do I call you guys back over? Because I have 1,000 fucking reports with my number.
Oh yeah. If you change your number, just give us a call and let us know. We'll update it. And then if he keeps doing it, then yeah, we'll do that. But I think that right now, the only one that's suffering from his behavior is you, because we can't prove that that's his number. And yeah, obviously, I don't know who else would message you those things besides him.
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody cares about me this much. First of all, I'm not that pleasant. I'm not a very nice person. I don't have a lot of friends because I don't like people. I'm a loner by nature. I've always been a loner by nature.
And as far as, for you and me,
fucking psycho.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist for you or me to figure this out,
right,
but
no.
You know how it is with the courts. They're going to say that they don't know it's his phone number or anything like that.
Look at the extreme bias Officer Crowder shows. She didn't conduct a single investigation and immediately assumed I was sending these messages even though only Kerrilyn benefits from them. Usually, the person with something to gain is the one committing the act. I'm already spending thousands of dollars each month fighting for shared custody in court. What would I possibly have to gain by sending anonymous text messages?
Do you know if he's still living over on Esplanade?
So I do know that he told Bentley where he was going to be living, and I did get that in the documents from his fucking realtor and shit like that, so I can give you the new address.
Yeah, if you have the address, I want to make contact with him and see if he'll admit to me about saying these things.
He won't admit to shit, but he might be at work. I don't know, you can call Captain Hilliard again and ask him where he's at.
I sure will. But yeah, if you could give me his address.
Sure. So it's 1214 9th Avenue. But I'm not sure he was supposed to have closed on it last week, but I wouldn't sign the marital waiver because my lawyer told me not to.
Fair enough.
So.
isn't closed on this, then you think that he's still living on
I don't know if he's closed on it.
Oh yeah, I'm saying if he hasn't, you think that
Then
he's still living on his money?
Still, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hope they do something on Wednesday. That's for sure.
They won't. Because they're just going to keep saying that we can't prove it, we can't prove it.
We definitely push then for the CASA visits.
Dude, I'm so fucking embarrassed about all of this.
Yeah. It's horrible, like I said before, how people can't just act like adults, but he's...
All he has to do is leave me alone, because I don't do anything to him. I don't fucking care where he lives. I don't care who he hangs out with. I don't care what he does.
He's just obsessed.
Yes, I'm fucking obsessed with me.
Why is this entire situation focused on court and custody? Why isn't anyone talking about our son's safety? Where is the fear, concern, and genuine worry for his well-being?
Yeah, I really do think it might be a good idea to put Bentley on the protection order with you.
But I can't. Because you have to have 2 instances of it.
Yeah.
Or else the judge won't sign it. But, like, I'm fucking done, dude.
Yeah, I would fight for the CASA that make that the only way. And then again, this is your victim's notice to appear.
Where's the
Sign
case number?
Right there. And you'll keep that sheet. I'll just take the carbon copy off the back of it. And that's saying again that you can go have a meeting with the victims advocates, even though I know you already have their phone numbers. Yeah. So it's the same thing. I think that changing your numbers is worth a try. I know that you think he's going to get it anyway, and maybe he does, but at least might buy you a week of peace. Or
well,
so.
like I said, I have a meeting with the FBI at 1 o'clock. I'm going to talk to them.
Okay, I'm going to call Captain Hilliard and obviously press on it more.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Okay. Like I said, I don't think he gives a shit.
And that's sad because this has got to stop.
It has to stop. Like, there's no reason for this anymore. Just none.
Yeah.
None.
It's getting
Like
pretty
I said,
ridiculous.
It's insane. There's no reason for anybody to act like this all the fucking time. Like, and the thing is, like, does he ever have anything to say that I'm doing to him when you go and talk to him? No. Because I'm not fucking doing anything, because I don't care. I'm doing everything in my power not to fucking talk to this dude.
Yep. Well, I'm sorry that this is still happening to you, and I hope that they get something figured out on Wednesday. I'm going to try to make contact with him, and, you know, maybe he'll slip up. All right.
This next body cam footage was taken approximately 30 minutes after Kerrilyn made her report. In this clip, Officer Crowder and Sergeant Vogel are at the Justice Center speaking with military police about arresting me. Let's watch and see what their probable cause for the arrest is.
MPD, Special Thought.
Hi, this is Officer Crowder with the Leavenworth Police Department. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. We are actually looking to make an arrest for a gentleman that's working on your fort right now.
Okay.
We're not sure what building he works at, but I have his name and his captain. I don't know if you guys have a way to...
Okay, give me 1 second, ma'am. I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
Sure. Can you pull up Alex first? Date of birth for me?
I mean, look at this shit right here. This is just history. Beginning of September. And he has been listed on, excuse me, reports as suspects. I'm thinking because I just grabbed this one.
Lieutenant Hayes, can I help you?
Hi, Lieutenant Hayes. This is Officer Crowder with the Leavenworth Police Department.
Officer who?
Crowder.
Carter, okay.
Crowder, sorry. We were actually looking to make an arrest on a gentleman named Alex Force. I know that he works for Captain Hillard and that he should be at work right now, but we don't know what building he's working on.
Okay, is this in reference to a violation of a protection order?
That and a criminal threat, and we were hoping that we could get you guys to hook him up and then meet us at the front gate, and we'll take over custody of him.
Okay, let me give you a number to MPI.
Sure.
Because they were working on a case with him as well. Okay. Let's see here. If you hang on 1 minute, then
Sure.
just hang on. Let me see if they're in the office.
Yeah, probably military police investigator. That's my assumption. My acronyms, military acronyms, I have no knowledge of this. CONMs means commanding officer. I got that one down. I generally have to go to my reference book, which is Wendy Cook. Or Danny's been in the Army, Wendy's been in the Army. So if I have to ask these questions too. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know that they opened up an investigation.
At this point, Officer Crowder mutes her body cam, preventing the public from hearing what she is saying. This action should be illegal. The audio will begin again in a few seconds.
So it's going to be Investigator Cox.
Okay.
COX 913-683-4360. That's 683-4360. That's like our investigation division. So
Awesome.
they'll be able to help you out.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Again, Officer Crowder mutes her body cam to hide whatever she and Sergeant Vogel are discussing. Officer Crowder later became an investigator for the Leavenworth Police Department, yet this investigation shows she barely conducts any meaningful investigation before making an arrest. The body cam audio will resume in just a few moments.
Mr. Cox speaking, MPI.
Hello, Cox. This is Officer Crowder with the Leavenworth Police Department. How you doing today?
Hey, how's it going, ma'am?
We're actually looking to make an arrest on Alex Force for criminal threat and violation protection order. I know that he was supposed to report into work at 9 o'clock up on Fort today, and that his captain is Captain Hillard, but I don't know what building he works in, and we were hoping that you guys could take him into custody for us, and we could meet you at the front gate and transfer custody.
Okay. I know that you guys have been working this, the Forces case too, and, they've also, been coming to us. So, since we kind of, I guess you might say, got a joint investigation going on, I wonder if you could tell me, what made you guys, think that Mr. Force is behind the criminal threats and
For sure.
that he violated the protection order? Because
We've
we've been, trying to figure it out, because, we got copies of text messages, but, putting him there in that place and time in the one sentence a little.
And then that's what we were having trouble with too, but we've been having calls from her from pretty much every day, and he's been having his realtor message her, and then today she got a message because she explained to me that Friday he's supposed to be able to pick up the kid for his parenting time, and that they've got court on Wednesday. And in the text message that he sent today, he's referencing those dates, and he's talking about, he says, this Friday will be the last time you see Bentley or I again, if our family is not back together. And then he pretty much alludes to the fact that he's going to kill them both, and talk to her about how she's the only one left, and how she's going to have to make all the arrangements for them to end up somewhere peaceful. And he just keeps using I mean, we've also got multiple numbers from his voice Gmail, his Google Voice, that we're going to try to get a subpoena on to connect it to his Gmail account.
Yeah, we was also looking at trying to do that too, but I guess if you guys are leading the joint investigation, you've definitely gotten way ahead of us, you might say, in the game, because we was actually looking on doing that today, getting in touch with our SJA, Salsa prosecuting attorney, and then sending one up to DODIG, but obviously you guys worked a little bit faster than we did.
This is how you doing, sir? I'm Sergeant Bull with Leavenworth Police Department. I'm here with my officer.
Hey, you're good, Sergeant.
Hey, pretty good. Hey, we've been dealing obviously with this. Obviously, you guys are dealing with it too on your end. It's kind of risen to the level of where we read these messages and they're quite disturbing. We're starting to get a little worried now. Beforehand, we really didn't have a lot to put him on and say this is specifically coming from him. It was really difficult to do. But these are the first messages that I have personally seen where he's been like referencing himself in an I matter, whereas the other messages have been very cryptic in nature and they haven't been specifically like, I need to do this or I need to do that. It's been kind of a roundabout third person type stuff where you can't specifically say it's him writing these messages.
That's what we was dealing with too. So.
Yeah, and so it's made it somewhat difficult to do. In light of this situation, I feel comfortable in erring on the side of caution and making an arrest on him based off of this message we've.
That's right. Officer Crowder and Sergeant Vogel didn't arrest me because they had probable cause. They did it to err on the side of caution. They took away what is arguably the most important right in America, the right to be free, all because of an anonymous text message that mentioned me and used the word I in it. I would argue this was not a legal arrest. After the charges were dismissed, I filed a lawsuit against Officer Crowder, who claimed qualified immunity.
Spoken to the wife and told her, said, hey, he's made the allegation that you're the one making these messages and creating, fraudulent things. She says, I'm in full cooperation. I'm not doing any of this stuff. And so we kind of let her know that if it comes back around where, you're making this stuff up, you're in deep trouble. You're going to be in trouble and it's going to be bad for you. So she's on board. That didn't seem to waver her statements or her validity, saying that he's violating these protection orders or anything like that. And based off of just reading the text messages myself, him alluding to you'll never see our son again, and he names the son and he says I and all this stuff, and then he says you're going to have to make the arrangements and alluding to killing each other or him killing himself or killing the boy and then himself. Then that is highly disturbing, and I personally would rather err on the side of caution, make an arrest on that, we'll forward this up for prosecution, and then our detectives will more than likely end up following up on it and getting subpoenas for those phone numbers that she's been getting the messages from, and then seeing if we can make a positive link, just to further the investigation, to make a positive link to him and the account to just further concrete the case. And that will be up to the investigators to do that, and they've got other people connections that they can do that with. So that as soon as we do that, the detectives will handle the rest of the investigation at that point. But
okay, that sounds perfectly good.
What we do is if he is up on post, we would like for you guys to basically just make the arrest, and we will meet you up at the gate, and you guys can transfer custody of him over to us. We'll then take him to jail and then book him in, and then. I don't know how you guys do it, but I've had it happen before in the past where if an arrest is made on a soldier, do you guys come up and take custody of them after they make bond and then take them back up on post?
Usually, just depending, if bail's set, I guess, on your guys' end, they can bail themselves out or their command team will come and get them. Okay.
I would strongly recommend, I don't know what your guys' protocol are, but in this situation, since it's kind of risen to the level of the threatening manner where it basically insinuates what we just discussed, if there's any way possible, you or anybody can get some sort of hold on him where he can't leave the post or anything like that. I don't know if you guys have that capability, but if you do, that'd be fantastic. We do.
I can talk to the commander, and I'm sure he'll give him a direct order, and then if he violates that, that'll be another charge.
Okay. Anything you can do to basically just put some roadblocks in the way of him, getting out or messing with her or anything like that would be fantastic. Cause
look at how this officer is attempting to restrict my freedom and confine me to base over these messages. Had I been limited to post, I wouldn't have been able to access my apartment, risking everything I own being thrown out, and I could have lost custody of our son. All because my ex claimed I sent her anonymous messages.
What we're going to end up doing is, if he does have his cell phone on him too, I would like for you guys to turn that over to us as well, because we're going to end up logging that in as evidence, and then our detectives are going to end up trying to probably get into the phone.
Yeah, so we was also working on that too, and we had suspected for a long time that he had a burner phone, and the phone that he's got might not be the legit one because he's made statements to other NCOs, senior NCOs within the unit that he's got a second phone he's been operating from.
Okay.
This second phone was one my son and I used for playing Pokemon Go, It only worked on Wi-Fi in my apartment, and we used it to hit the Pokemon stop right outside so we could collect more Pokemon balls. A search warrant was executed on my apartment and vehicle, during which everything was torn apart and all of my devices were seized for forensic analysis. The investigation confirmed that none of the messages came from my devices. In fact, some of the messages were traced to the South Pasadena Public Library, just a few miles from where Kerrilyn's parents, Catherine and Robert Taylor, lived. Yet I was the only one ever prosecuted for these messages. This was not just a false accusation, it was a coordinated custody grab, a family affair carried out at my and our son's expense.
Well, here's my other thing. Are you guys have the ability to search vehicles and do that stuff in his cars and stuff like that? Or do you guys have to get a warrant like we would have to?
Yeah, probably at this point, since there's not really much probable cause leading to the vehicle, we'd probably have to end up getting a warrant.
Okay. Well, what I would suggest, regardless, I'd still like to seize the cell phone, regardless, because people are sloppy, and so he very well, regardless, even if he's using a quote unquote burner phone, he might still have some sort of incriminating information on there, or even stuff that would link us to his or the Google accounts that he's using, whether it be email or whatever that he set it up with. So.
Yeah, because we had the last number we had was starting with 626.
Okay.
So
I think it's basically how many phone numbers does she got? Like several.
She sent me 3 from the Google Voice, but when we was using Send a Text, there's a dozen more.
Send a text also through Google Voice.
I think that's a separate app.
Okay. He's also using an app. Is so that the text messaging that's coming through on her phone is that?
That's through Google Voice. He can log into Google Voice and send text messages, so it comes through different numbers.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like he's using a couple different things: Google Voice, and then also like a different like spoofing app for like sending text messages with spoof numbers. So yeah, even if our guys are able to get into his phone and he's using that cell phone for anything, that would help our case. So.
Yeah, and then also I know that I seen like a few platforms I think he was using. I think one of them was called Globe Phone, and then another one is Fox Text or something like that. I got it written down somewhere in my notes.
Okay. Well, what we'll end up doing is what and you're my officer's got your name. What's your rank and everything? I'm sorry, sir.
Investigator Cox, Sergeant.
And this is the best number to get a hold of you at, the 913-683-4360?
Yeah, this is our duty phone, so you'll reach an investigator anytime you guys call, and then they can just either transfer the call to me, or I'll, just tell them the answers that you guys want.
Awesome. Okay. Well, what my officer wound up doing is putting your name and information in the report as a point of contact, so that way if they need to get any information from you or vice versa, we can work that angle too, so that way you'll be kept in the loop of what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I was actually going to try and get your contact info, too.
You can have mine, but the best point of contact would be, like, when we get rid of the case, it'll go upstairs to the detectives, and they'll be the one running the show, so I won't even have my hands on it anymore, and my officer won't either. Okay. But I can certainly give you my name and number if you need it.
All right, go ahead.
First name's Neil, and then last name Vogel, Vogel. And then, I'll give you that in a second. Best point of contact with me, you can call me on my work phone. It's 913-547-2119. That's my work cell, so you'll get right to me. If I'm on days off, I don't ever take my phone home with me, so if you call me and you leave me a message, or you can even text that number if you want to, and I get text on that phone too.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
And then our active case number on this specific case is 19-20865.
20865?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What time was you guys wanting us to make the arrest? Like
as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yep.
And then just call you back on this number when we got him in custody.
You can call Officer Crowder. What's your?
It's gonna be 913-547-2147.
Okay.
Or if
547-2147.
If I don't answer, I might be on a call. In that case, you can call our dispatchers at 913-682-4411, and you can just reference that case number and let them know that you want us to come pick up the guy. And
you can just let them know. We'll let dispatch know that you will be calling. You possibly will be calling them. So they will be expecting a call from you, and if you're not able to get a hold of the officer direct, then you can just call dispatch direct, and we will let them know that they will possibly be getting a call from you, and then that way they know what's going on.
Okay. So just to reiterate, Officer Crowder at 547-2147,
Yes, sir.
and then dispatch 682-4411.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem.
This third and final body cam footage takes place outside the main gate of Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. I had already been arrested at work by a member of the military police, and Officer Crowder is seen talking to a military investigator while waiting for the transfer of custody.
Good morning.
Hello,
How are
Officer
you?
Crowder. Nice to meet
Detective
you.
Riker.
I appreciate you guys getting him and bringing him over for
We've
us.
been dealing with this for just over a week, and I hear you guys have been dealing with
Oh
it
yeah,
for
well, I've
months.
got like 20 reports with his name on it, so
We're gonna do some paperwork real quick, Officer Crowder.
sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
We appreciate it. Hopefully this will resolve.
Yeah, I know that my sergeant talked to Investigator Cox about if you guys are going to be able to hold him when he gets out, because we're just fearful of the messages that he sent. He's talking about killing himself
We
and
may
his kid
have
this
you
weekend.
email one of us what you got,
We sure can.
because that way we may be able to ensure that this stops.
Yeah. What's a good email for you?
You do Thomas .w .stuffin SUPFIN .mil, and it's at mail.mil.
At mail.mail?
Yeah.
Nice and short.
Just one L.
Just one L. Okay. Mill.
Yeah.
Just one. Okay. So
Mail
Thomas.
dot mil again. The M-I-L.
Oh, Mill. Okay.
Sorry, the Army wants it.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I had it right. And if not, I'll call and make sure.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting the same messages that they
Yeah, she, I think, said that she was having a meeting with you guys at 1 o'clock today. She thinks she was going to wait to tell you then, but when she called us about it, we didn't want to wait all day and then him be who knows where.
Yeah.
So I advised him, because he said it's not him, to give his phone, tablet, everything to his boss, which he did on Friday, but I'm pretty sure he has a murder phone. He gave it to a friend in the smoke pit at the Home Depot parking lot.
So he gave his tablet and stuff to Captain Hillard, or?
Sergeant Major Paul. And she's had it since at least Thursday or Friday.
Well, then we might want to get in contact with her because our detectives were wanting to seize stuff and see if they could get
Yeah,
search
we
warrant.
actually have it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
But, like
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
just
it's not
us.
coming from them. I think it's coming from the burn phone.
Yeah.
We may or may not.
I called her and basically warned her that if what you say is correct, then there's going to be obviously some consequences, but that didn't deter her. She told me I could have her phone,
A lot of the
computer,
messages,
everything.
though, it's really weird. The stuff that's in.
Yeah.
I think they're both guilty of shit.
And a lot of times that's what it is.
She thinks it's going to help her get custody, and he just wants his kid. So
Yeah.
it's a hot mess.
Well,
This investigator knows the truth. She's doing this to gain custody, while I just want to be left alone and raise our son.
hopefully this will force our judges to figure out what they want to do.
Well, if the judge did 50-50, she would lose her mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Which, I'm on the Missouri.
This investigator and Officer Crowder just said the quiet part out loud. They both know these messages were more than likely created by my ex as a ploy to gain custody. Yet here we are, with no probable cause, arresting me while they laugh about taking my freedom and potentially ruining my career and my chance at shared custody.
That's what our judges try. That way, child support's eliminated. You share, you're forced to deal with it,
Yeah.
which she doesn't want to do.
Yep.
It's sad.
Well, the only one that really suffers in all this
It's
is
a
the
kid.
kid.
Exactly. I thought I'd get away from this. I've worked for Smithville and Clay County for 20 years, and I'm like, my retirement sucks. I'm like, okay, do the federal thing. Have another retirement. So.
Not doing much better
But
than.
things are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got stolen gun. We got domestics. We got all the same shit.
Well, it always also called the soldiers, and it's like, come on, don't you know you're gonna lose
But
your
at least these
job?
guys aren't shooting.
Yeah.
When I worked for the VA, all the hood rats shot around the hospital.
Yeah.
And the text like, yeah, they fired 300 rounds, and I'm like, you didn't find blood, did you? No. If a veteran fires 300 rounds, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. So how long you been doing this?
Almost 3 years.
Cool.
I like it.
I love it. I miss patrol a little bit, but holidays,
It's nice to have it off. Yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
The next 2 days, I think.
Well, and I think they said tonight too, right? Either way, I don't like
think
that.
it's here. I know, last week we were driving down Graham, and there was very little color, but all of a sudden there's orange trees.
Yeah.
And there's a lady out here taking a picture. There's an American flag in front of an orange tree. It's actually pretty cool. I'm like, it's a good shot, actually.
It's crazy how fast they turned. Especially because it was like 70 degrees last week. But
I know. It sucks because we've had some ups and downs in the last couple of weeks where normally Missouri and Kansas, we get that, upper 50s to 70, usually for a good month and a half, and we were kind of, we've had a little cooler, and then we had a little warmer, and then we cooled right off. I've had no heater air for a month and a half, and it'd been nice to do 2 or 3.
yeah,
Save some money before it gets really bad.
for sure.
If you talk to him and you talk to her, he talks about the kid. She don't talk about the kid.
Yeah.
She talks about how much of an asshole he is. That's why some of it just doesn't make sense.
Well, and I'm sure there's on both sides.
I agree.
But
If I could have my way, he would be demoted, and she'd probably lose her job. But
They both know I'm not the one doing this. But as a father, you can never win. Even when he thinks it isn't me, he still thinks I should be demoted. In what world does that make any sense?
well, I hope I talked her into changing her number, but we'll see.
we can use her number, and the burner number is the same. So we'll have to keep it.
That was a little weird.
In Google, you can do that.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to hear what the investigator is saying, but the burner numbers share the same area code as her number, and the IP address traces back to the public library in South Pasadena. That's the very place where she grew up, where she was raised, and where her parents were still living at the time.
Odd things.
Yeah, like I said, and then I've got like 20 different case numbers with them. It's every day.
It's like grow up,
Yeah,
be a parent.
it's not that hard. Plenty of people manage it.
Her friend Rose was kind of playing the middle person between her and the kid. And she said she's great in a text. I've just read it. So I don't know. Good luck to you and good luck to us on getting this to stop and hopefully making them. Hopefully,
Either
that's
way,
where they can be parents.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I guess that he was refusing to do CASA,
You know,
according to her.
well, they both want to drive on base and us to do it. It's like you live,
Yeah.
not that we want to dump
Well,
on
yeah,
you,
but it doesn't make sense, especially because
Exactly.
you guys got plenty of other stuff to deal with
Alright,
at the
Officer
gate.
Crowder.
Yeah.
I know that the sergeant said that he wanted to go through his phone. This is his phone, and then also Sergeant Major Fuller said that they thought he might be sending stuff from the tablet too. So I took
Cool.
the tablet too.
Yeah, we will seize those and get a warrant, and then I'll email you what we find and all that.
he's got 2
Just gonna need your
vehicles.
signature on
Sure.
top and then your name on the bottom.
Sounds good.
That's alright.
So realistic, when do you think you're going to cut him loose?
Well, he'll probably found out in 30 minutes before I even get my report done.
I did not bond out. I spent 3 days in jail and was given a $15,000 bond, for which I had to pay a bail bondsman $1,500. I never got any of that money back.
Yeah, you don't mind sending what you guys have got.
Yeah, I'll just make sure it's
How do
clear
we
with my
know?
sergeant.
Did you guys connect him to Google somehow?
So, that's what our detectives are working on subpoenaing it. Yeah, they, our detective sergeant thinks that with the content of the message and what him referring to I and the different dates and times that we had nothing to go on.
Well, the other one we weren't really sure.
Yeah, we didn't have anything to go on, but these ones, it sounds like no one else would know what date has become the kid or anything like that, so.
Kerrilyn would have also known the hearing dates for the divorce and custody case.
Also, Sergeant Major Pollard had told us too that I guess Sergeant Force had told other NCOs, like within the unit, that he had a burner phone he was sending messages from.
Okay.
So we can get you those names.
Yeah, if you can get the names, maybe a statement from them. Definitely. And I can email you guys our statement form. Oh, you need me to sign it.
You're just taking him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
For somebody that's innocent, he's like, what and that was it. You know what I mean? He didn't
Yeah.
like, I didn't do it or any of that stuff. So, top magazine pouch unsnapped.
Yeah. Every time I sit down.
Gotta love it. Alright.
That's what you lose your mag. If somebody will sell it, they're worth more.
This is personal
online.
property that's
We'll bring him around to this side.
Hard to search, but you got a second officer doing it. You can watch. Yeah, he had no phone, right? He had a phone charger with his pocket.
Okay.
Probably for the phone in the vehicle.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. So then double lock them so they don't get any tighter on you. Alex, I don't know if they told you, but right now you're under arrest for violation of protection order and criminal threat, okay?
Yeah, I get it. It's alright.
They are bondable.
No, I understand.
Alright. We're gonna walk over here to the center of the car. Would you go ahead and have a seat? If you need to point your legs a certain way or taller guys. I know it's not comfortable, I'll get you there soon and we'll get you out, okay?
Fine.
Well, thank you again guys, I appreciate it. And we'll send you an email and let you know what we got.
Yes, man.
After 3 days in jail, I was released on a $15,000 bond. Following a year-long joint investigation by the Leavenworth Police Department, Military Police, and the Army's Criminal Investigation Division, I was cleared of all charges. The investigation included 2 search warrants on my vehicles and apartment, as well as a complete forensic analysis of all my devices. Google and other messaging platforms were also served with warrants, and all data reviewed traced back to the South Pasadena Library and other public IP addresses where Kerrilyn Taylor's parents lived. No charges were ever brought against Kerrilyn or her family members, nor did she lose her civilian job on post. I retired honorably from the United States Army and currently live in Frisco, Texas. Kerrilyn moved to Fort Huachuca, Arizona, where she now works as a civilian contractor for the Army. It took me a year to regain any custody, but I now speak with and see our son regularly.